Hiya! So, Universal is going away with their kids zone, and I decided to go check it out one last time. The very first place that you kind of can come across is Fievel's Playland, and I love Fievel so much. As a child, I probably watched his movies like over and over and over again. So it was really cool to kind of be able to relive a little bit of that. When you get to his place, basically it's like you're going on set with him. So all of the objects are large and it's like you are the size of Fievel. There's tons and tons of things to climb on, play inside of, look at, take pictures with. Over here they had a wanted poster with little face cutouts. So a great photo op there. This was one of my favorite spots where just everything was so huge. So for being a little kid, everything is perfectly sized. There's even specific areas where only kids can get into, which is very cool. This whole area is 100% built so that your kids can burn a lot of energy really quickly. They had little ropes to run through, which were honestly a little bit hard to get through. So if you were only like 3 or 4 feet tall, I don't know how you would push your way through that. And then back here, there's more jungle gym type of playing area, a few slides. This slide in particular apparently could get you wet. And then back here, there were more of these drop rope things, but these things were huge and honestly pretty heavy. Very fun, and as an adult I enjoyed it. As a child, I think that would just hurt my face a lot. And then this masterpiece was this huge climbable area that when you got to the top, you went down the slide. It's mostly just made out of this rope material, slightly bungee, but it went really, really high. It keeps going! And my sister even tapped out and was like, nope, this is too high. I'm coming back down. Over here was my personal favorite, which is this big skeleton looking area where you climb up and it's basically just a slide. But I thought it was really cool and not too tall. And certainly this slide was not too fast at all. And then we had to get on this seesaw thing that was in the back part of Fievel's Playland. It was so much fun. More fun than this video could even articulate. I need one of these for my backyard because it was so much fun. So right next to Fievel's Playland, there was this little hut where you could meet Shrek and Donkey and apparently Fiona from time to time. I'm really hoping that they pick a different place to put him, or eventually just bring this back once they open up and refurbish this area, because meeting Shrek and Donkey was honestly one of the highlights for this area. Next was the Woody Woodpeckers area, and really this basically just had a kiddie coaster inside of it. But the queue was full of entertainment, so as you walk through, there's different things to interact with. There are signs that you can try and decode that are really punny, and different things to just pull on and make sounds with as you walk through. So even if the line was long, your kids would probably stay entertained. Although there wasn't much of a line for us because this place was rather dead, so we just kind of pulled what we could and walked on through. The coaster itself was honestly a lot of fun. I love roller coasters, even the big scary ones, but I also love kiddie coasters because it's still a roller coaster. And one of the best parts about this day in particular is because it was so dead, we got to just stay and ride it. I think we rode it 3 or 4 times in a row because there was no one else in line, so they let us stay and ride it a few times. After that, we went to check out the Curious George area, which is basically, it goes through one of Curious George's books. Throughout the area, it was as if you were flipping through the pages of his book so that you could read what sort of adventure he was on and what he was doing, which was mostly just exploring his town, which is almost every Curious George book, but it was very cute. Now this place is basically a giant splash park, so everything was wet, and I didn't particularly want to get wet. I didn't know that in advance, otherwise I might have brought a poncho just so I could play in it, but I would have rather stayed dry. So we just kind of looked around and got the layout, but we didn't really interact with too much, but there was tons to look at. They had this basically a set of Curious George's town, and you can go inside and play with different things. A zoo had apparently come to town, so you can find different animals. But mostly this is for if you want to run out a bunch of energy and cool down in the middle of a really hot day. Lastly, we went and checked out their DreamWorks section, which was basically a giant dance party. They would rotate different DreamWorks characters, and after they would dance, you would go up and you could take a photo with them. And then they'd continue dancing. So it's just a really great way to meet a bunch of characters really fast. And if you like the music in the movies, they definitely play a few of those songs. I am a big kid at heart, so I really thought this place was cute, and I'm so sad that Fievel will no longer exist because he is irrelevant anymore. But I have a feeling they're definitely going to just make it a different kids area, so hopefully those DreamWorks characters will come back and still have some really great meet and greets, and I can't wait to see what they do with the rest. Thanks for watching this vlog with me, you guys. I'll see you later, babes.